Move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over.
Round 80. 53 at the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
They'll run on 1st down. Dawkins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, Gunn. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down now, it's Burnett, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Out of the gun now on third down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Dawkins pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Watch 36. Hey, Alpha. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 36. Mike 36.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down now, Dawkins. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
36. Line. Go. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He'll take it at the 42. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and 3. And this one complete to Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bears step over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky. Spines.
They'll try the left side. Dawkins. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Watch 36. Hey, high 7.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is fielded at the 27.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey! Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Come get some. Come get some.
Leo.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Switch up. Switch up. Joker.
They'll run on 1st down. Dawkins, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Brings us 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing now is Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Bravo!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Go out. Get it.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down, Vikings.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Set up. 15 Ronnie. 15 Ronnie. Let's go. Now. Five.
Switch, double. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. What's the run? They're running it. 34.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dawkins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now on 2nd and 16. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Hard, hard. Slam.
2nd and 14. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
On the double. You draw forces. Check it backer, check it backer.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On first down, Dawkins. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At their 49-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Watch QB's up. Watch 30.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Hey, box drop, box drop.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
To number 13. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the left side. Gunn. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gunn. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Watch 36.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Gunn trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. 25, check 25, check 25. Switch. Check 13, check 13. Topper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
10 Lobo. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Smooth.
He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch 36.
Hey, exit.
I'm here all day.
From the gun, Allen. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Ziegler. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time. Get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Well, they'll run it here, the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 49-yard line.
97-19. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Check. Go.
They'll try the left side. Ziegler. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Orbit.
From midfield, here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Ziegler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Chicago, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, It's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one foot and set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. Not a day in my life. Only my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.